best long hitters in the world have come for a chance to call themselves a world champion. It's all about power. It's all about accuracy. It's all about guts. Everyone takes the championship belt. World championship.
Looking to compete on the World Long Drive Tour for the largest prize purses in World Long Drive history? Pro and amateur members can compete in their respective divisions all summer long as World Long Drive kicks off their 2023 tour. Visit worldlongdrive.com to become a member and view all the registration dates for upcoming tour events.
Introducing the new Bridgestone E9 Long Drive. Co-designed by World Long Drive athletes to push the limits of distance. Thanks to extreme ball speed and superior aerodynamic flight. Engineered for you to hit your longest drive. Drive the new E9 Long Drive. Extreme distance for your game.
Introducing World Long Drive International memberships. World Long Drive welcomes all of their international affiliates as part of the World Long Drive family. With an international membership, our worldwide competitors now have the ability to compete in internationally sanctioned World Long Drive events, the ability to earn world ranking points, plus all of the great community membership benefits. Sign up for an international membership today at worldlongdrive.com. All pro memberships include the ability to compete in international World Long Drive sanctioned events. Learn more at worldlongdrive.com.
Don't miss World Long Drive on Golf Channel August 28th at 8 p.m.
The world's longest drivers will go head-to-head until a champion is crowned.
Kingsport, Tennessee is home to the first major tour event of the year.
Want to see us live? Tickets are available now. We'll see you in Tennessee.
This is the grid that the Bombers call home.
You're throwing the tee in the ground. If your hand's not shaking, there's something wrong.
I'm in my element. It's evident that there's levels to the game. I'm in my element. Flow is like water. I'm forced to a fire. I'm feeling like gold. Gotta stay grounded, stay down to earth. Following God and you grinding. You do this, you
back. Already in the action here in West Bountiful, Utah. I was going to say Alabama. I have no idea why Alabama was
I mean,
on
we
my
are close
mind.
enough. There is a syllable in there, like what a vowel.
Yeah, there's an A.
Alabama,
maybe that's why.
Utah.
I have no idea why I was thinking about Alabama, but my brother would be very disappointed as he's director of recruiting for LSU football. So
regardless of where we are, Josh Koch is in slot number 1, and he is wearing the same outfit as 5 other guys.
The same outfit.
Justin James sweeps. Well, he didn't sweep the field. Seb got him on that last set. So Seb Twiddell, Justin James technically didn't tie, even though they both had 900 points. Seb Twiddell in the heads-up match ended up beating JJ. So Seb Twiddell takes the number 1 spot, which doesn't mean too much, in the round of 64. But in the round of 16, he would be a big difference. Seb would be a higher seed.
Yeah. I like this group a lot. Some standouts here. Obviously, Josh Koch, Mark Costello, Ryan Gregnall, who probably will be wearing the same outfit minus the hat, Zach Holton, and Wes Patterson has been a lot of fun to watch this year. As always, he's just creeping back into the position that he's been before.
Yeah, we talked about certain hitters. Scotty Pierman has gotten better as the year has gone on. Sean Johnson, guys that you expect being there late in tournaments and now have turned it up. And, Wes has done really well the last several events. He qualified for the World Championships in Connecticut last event. And, he made a Final 8 at the World Championships in 2021. So
he won the China event.
Yes, he did. 2018 Global Infinity Series. He's got the golden ticket, which I don't know what that gets him, but he's got the golden ticket.
He also co-founded Party with Jacob Galladay.
Yeah. It's a lot of entrepreneurs in this sport, and Josh Koch being one of them. Hitbombs.com.
And that's exactly what he's doing at 420 right now with the lead.
Yep. So Koch at 420, Schmuck is at 385, Kyle Richter is at 375.
All right, I got to show you this. I was going to the bathroom, and I found this Golf Digest magazine. Came out, I want to say 2019.
Yep.
We've got Martin Borgmeyer.
Marty Borgie 240.
Look at this. We miss Chloe Gardner.
Good landing angles. World champ.
The one, the only.
Look at that hair. Oh, yeah.
There's Martin's page. If you want to swing all out, you have to be willing to let your feet dance. Do a little dance.
The beast from the Northeast. Ryan Steenberg.
Good shout out there. And then
Love
finally,
it. Look
at
you.
that.
Look at you.
Hey.
We're going back to Tennessee here in a couple weeks. We're going to be live on the Golf Channel.
Live.
You're going to be seeing Alexis Belton, but I got a feeling, if duty calls and they need an extra hitter, you better get out there and hit.
Martin Borgmeyer, it's really cool to read this article of just his thoughts going into this event.
Got tight pants, though, which, like I said, he stuck to the game plan as far as that goes, but he ended up cutting off, that part of the leg and then like about half of the quad.
And everything else. But yeah, this is such a fun article of where Martin was then and to see him be world #1 now. The power of German engineering.
Golf Digest did a good job of foreshadowing.
They did.
He like I said, worked really hard to get to where he's at. Looking at his setup there, he's got the Patterson setup, he's got the 25-gram grip, and he's got a crank head. And
still wearing Jay Lindenberg there.
There he is. Isaiah Joyner, slot number 1, made a final 16.
Yeah, with his family watching.
Absolutely. We had him in the booth last tournament.
He's just such a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
Very sound.
Yep.
He reminds me of Jacob Galladay. They're both just chill.
Yep. Clint Oliver here in slot number 4. Can't thank him enough for giving me one of his shafts yesterday after mine died a winner. I don't know how much I paid Sam Judah for that driver or shaft, but I paid a lot for it. I could have paid for my son's addiction to white rice at Whole Foods. My son. So there's one night I wanted to go out and grab dinner, and I'm like, Trey, I'll give you $100 in white rice from Whole Foods, and he's like, okay, so I was able to pawn him off to grandma.
I love that.
That kid just absolutely crushes it.
That's so funny. I mean, if it paid for that, or it could even pay for private school.
Yeah, well, you know what? Public school gets the job done. They're still wearing uniforms at his school that he's at.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have 3 separate color shorts that they have to wear, and then 4
I bet he looks so
college shirts.
precious.
Hey, he's the man. He's the man.
I love it. Mark Costello, 426.
Costello, love this
But
grid for
Isaiah
him.
Joyner, look at him.
Yep. Costello came in second, was a couple balls away from getting his first win. Costello is a guy that just puts up humongous Nintendo numbers, and we got to speak last night since, there's 8 of us staying in the house, and he was talking about, he is more comfortable at a heavier setup. You're going to see a lot of these guys using 60, 50, 40-gram shafts. Costello is going to be a guy that likes a heavier setup, 270 CPM, which is more like the old school days of your 2, 3, 4X drivers. And for me, I like that for him because he's a strong kid, javelin. He was just like Carl Walter. He was a college athlete, threw the javelin, and here he is.
And it's probably a control thing. Like, he feels like he can control the ball a lot better with that club. I love Isaiah Joyner's swing. He talked to us when he was in the booth of how he's gotten to see his coach for the first time, maybe ever, Lou Cox, in person. And you can tell a big difference as he's made a lot of gains.
Yeah, Costello just, cruising. He's a guy that's at 217, 218, 220. It's a good grid for him. Catch every single World Long Drive Tour competition right here on the World Long Drive YouTube channel. The amateur, senior, women's, and open division championship will be available on the Golf Channel. To stay up to date on everything WLD, follow us on social at World Long Drive.
Still looking for Mark Costello's 5th ball there. But Isaiah Joyner, yep, it's going to be confirmed at 426. Isaiah Joyner, 425. That's a really good ball by him. He put up some big numbers there as well.
The captain, Ryan Gregnall, because he's got the blue hat. That's kind of like at Augusta.
Yeah.
When you get the shirt and the logo is yellow, but it like the cool guys have like the blue logo. Yeah, that's when like they're the members or
they're
green.
Important.
Yeah. I think that's what Gregnall's doing right now.
Okay, I've got a question. Is that a blue or a black hat?
It's black.
Okay, I was going to ask.
Close enough. I couldn't tell.
Well, my question was, does blue and black go together?
Sure, why not?
Can you wear both at the same time?
Yeah.
You can.
Not really.
No.
Well, I mean, maybe not with orange. Maybe not with orange.
Depends on the shades.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can go with a black hat and a white shirt and,
maybe
navy pants. But we got Mr. Gregnall here in slot number 1. We just want to see Ryan hit balls in play.
Without a doubt. He is fast you call him Flash. Him, Jack Smith, the Flash.
Yep.
Mike Dobbin hitting right by us in slot number 4.
Yeah, we got the 2007 world champion here in slot number 4. Dobbin, 19 world championship appearances.
Insane.
He's been my guy in the booth. The call the action at the world championships is always fun. Spending time with Mikey and him and I got to share the tee box yesterday as well. Just an awesome dude. The Dobbin boys are some of the nicest guys on the planet. But you know what? If I'm getting in a fight, they are on my team. I'm taking the Dobbins.
It's
he likes
that.
it. Yeah, oh yeah. It was just a smooth go.
Yeah.
Like the spin numbers. Not much movement. About a 9-yard draw from Mike.
But a nice little center punch there. I feel like that's going to have a lot of roll. Wes Patterson, 417.
A slight miss hit from Mikey. Just, he's 142, so he could punch that out there at about 213. Seen Mike, practice, a lot the last, couple months. And just like everybody else, like they're moving to different equipment, and these guys are getting faster. And I said I can vouch for it. I mean, the amount of speed that I needed, like for me, I needed to have a lighter setup, and it benefited me yesterday in ball speed. And I know it helps out some of these other guys. You talk about Brandon Flynn as well when they're doing these speed sessions, and Flynn going 220 in Germany not too long ago, going with a lighter setup. But at the end of the day, it really just comes down to distance on the golf ball and who you're going up against. Longest drive always wins. Ball speed is great to have, but sometimes landing angles and spin rates and height on the golf ball does matter.
And a little bit of luck.
Yeah, you do. I mean, that's the thing. You got to hit a lot of balls in play. Hit 4 or 5 balls in play, you have better chances of getting breaks as well. And not only that, it gives you a lot of feedback on, what type of shot you want to hit moving forward. And that's the beauty of having these round robin formats. You can make adjustments on the fly, and you're like, you know what, I can get away with hitting 3 balls, and then like Brandon Flynn, I'm going to go to a different setup.
Try something else
to see,
out. Yep.
Get a ball or 2 in play.
As you go into day 2, you don't have that luxury as much.
Yeah, you got to go, and then round of 16. Oh, it's not round robin formats; it's heads-up matches, so it's a little bit different. But for me, like I really enjoyed watching those round robin, final 16s because those guys are flying. They're going after it.
Yeah.
You can't lay off. Here you can kind of be on cruise control, and we saw that with Borgmeyer earlier today when he needed to step on the gas. He stepped on the gas,
stepped on it,
and went 225 immediately. He like a light switch, turned it on, went 446, which was the longest drive of the day until Justin James went 459. But Wes Patterson takes down the set at 417. Greg Null with an OB set.
You know what's crazy is we've seen him in this position before, and he likes his back against the wall.
Oh, I don't think he likes it that much.
I don't think he likes it, but he's good. But he's good at it.
There is a possibility that he could eventually, in due time, if he keeps doing this, going to have more gray hair than Josh Koch, but I highly doubt it. Koch has more gray hair than everybody in the tournament combined, for sure.
It's called wisdom.
Yeah. But right now, Zach Colton, one of the hottest hitters on the planet, one in Denver, is going to be in slot number 1.
I like this grid for him a lot as well.
I do too. I do like the left to right, grid, but right now it hasn't mattered. And the wind has shifted a lot. We talked about it earlier on in the day. Normally, right around the afternoon time, the wind does shift. We had a south wind for a while, and now it's more of like a northwest wind. And this grid goes west to east. So right now, Zach Colton if Zach Colton hit the shots that he hit in Denver, it's over.
It's over. And he's riding that left side, allowing it to just fall back in.
I wouldn't be surprised to see 435s, 440s right away from Zach Colton if he puts balls in play. I mean, this sets up perfect for him. And he does have that type of accuracy where he can just start it down that left side. He knows, I can guarantee he's aiming at that house and just trying to work that cut. OB first ball from Zach Colton. Zach is ranked number 5 in the world right now. And he was 1 ball away from having the longest set of all time. He had 5 balls over 463 yards up against Borgmeyer. And the crazy part is because I heard it, Borgmeyer's ball that went OB was 480. It by like a foot.
No way.
Yep.
Oh,
so
my
just imagine
goodness.
that. Just imagine
Sometimes
having 6 balls. You have the longest set in the history of the sport, not even close, and you lost.
Yeah.
But that's always the what if. It didn't happen. But he had 5 out of 6 balls in play at over 463 yards. And we talked about it earlier today. George Hegarty becomes the 4th guy in the history of the sport to have all 6 balls in play over 400 yards.
That would be something interesting to see one day is at the end of the range, all the balls that fly. What is truly the furthest ball, Those balls that go out of bounds but are still way beyond measure.
Well, we heard earlier today there was balls that were rolling out right at around 460, and JJ going 459, that makes sense. Yeah.
Zach
so,
Holton.
Good ball here from Holton. This one's going to take the lead. I like this ball flight from Riddle, too. A little bit of a miss hit for Riddle. I mean, Riddle's a guy, he's really fast, too. Riddle out of Texas.
First time he's not wearing Jordans.
Really? What is he wearing? Oh, I mean, they might be the Tigers, Tiger Woods.
TWs.
Yeah.
I never wore a pair of Tiger shoes for one reason. I don't think I could ever fill them.
That's a good one. It's a good line.
Save my money,
Zach Holton in the lead at 416. Riddle's at 396. Rocco Gondak with 4 out of the first 5 balls in play. Looks like this one's going to stay in play as well. Just a middle miss hit for Rocco. That one's going to be in play.
This.
Introducing World Long Drive International memberships. World Long Drive welcomes all of their international affiliates as part of the World Long Drive family. With an international membership, our worldwide competitors now have the ability to compete in internationally sanctioned World Long Drive events, the ability to earn world ranking points, plus all of the great community membership benefits. Sign up for an international membership today at worldlongdrive.com. All pro memberships include the ability to compete in international World Long Drive sanctioned events. Learn more at worldlongdrive.com.
And we're back. In the words of Elon, our 19-year-old boss.
17. He's just like Trent Scruggs. I was just trying. I have called him Craig for like 10 years. But yeah, Trent Scruggs. We were comparing him to Jack Smith, or Jack Smith comparing him, but Jack Smith is, oh God, he's so fast. Rookie, third appearance here. I mean, just looking really good.
So
and
good.
you know, Jack Smith, he will be a force to be reckoned with, and a guy that not only can win a tour event, but with those speeds can win a world championship. Got to work on that dispersion, hit balls in play. But
just means hitting more balls.
Really impressed with Jack Smith again. Galladay hit the ball well. I was trying to think who else kind of stood out today. I mean, Kyle looked awesome. And,
he did.
You know, to be able to get the data and statistics, like he was using a 225 CT head. So, like, when you're talking about the effect of the golf ball off the face, like the hotness of the face, Kyle was hitting a club that was significantly slower. So if he center punches a golf ball with that club, he probably will produce like a 145, 146 smash, not like a 150, which is a huge difference, especially if you're in a air quote speed board. But what that did with that 225 CT head was he was able to keep like the bulge and roll and not migrate that head to where we talked about that with Bryson DeChambeau. Yeah. When you keep the same bulge and roll, you're going to hit the ball a lot tighter. Your dispersion's going to be super tight. So it was really nice to see Kyle, because he was probably 2 to 3 miles per hour slower because he was using a slower head, but he was a lot more efficient with a slower setup. And saying slower, he was still 225, 226.
Without a doubt. And it's not a speed war out here. It's a distance competition.
It is.
So if you can give up a little bit in order to hit, I mean, he's still going to, like you said, 225, he's still going to hit it far.
Yep. Yep, and not only that, he was healthy. He looked healthy today.
He did.
He talked about his heart rate normally being up in the 180s and 190s, and his heart rate average was right around 160. So,
wow.
Which was good for him.
That's really cool.
And he has said he's got a whoop as well. And yeah, so yesterday my average heart rate was 118. That's what happens when you're slow and you have no expectations. You know, you don't have to like try hard.
Maybe if you had a little bit faster rate.
Yeah.
Hit it a little bit further, but Mark Costello at 426.
Yeah, this grid sets up for him. And I do like the fact, like, you know, the veteran moving him, he's going to a stiffer setup. Wes Patterson with a nice profile shot, 210.8. Really like this ball in slot number 1 from Wes Patterson.
Ooh,
this
like
one's going to be a big number here, I think.
And he got this last one too. Just on the nick of time. And it's up in the air flying. 215.
Ooh, Wes with a bomb.
408. I can't wait to see this number.
This one's just going to come down to, did he get rollout? There was no movement. Look at that. 4 yards of left to right, and he rode the wind. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a 430 from Wes. All right, is he going to beat 426?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I think he's going to be better than 426. I'm going to say 431.
Ooh, I like that number.
431. Drum roll. OB? All right, what do we know? It looked like it was right in the middle.
It looked beautiful.
It's not accurate completely, but it looked good. That was a good profile shot. That was 215 from Wes, but Mark Costello is going to take down the set at 426.
Yep.
That one looked like it was.
That one looked really nice.
It only looked right down the middle.
Honestly, though, and we've said this before, is it can take a kick out of bounds.
Yeah, it could.
So you could hit it perfect, that be on that left side and just hit a rock or something and get straight.
Or in that case, you know, hit down the middle of the fairway and kick 25 yards, 25 yards right. But hey, we've seen it.
We've seen
the line, always the go-to line, like that's long drive. That's long drive. You know. Costello with 2 straight wins. He's at 400. Patterson's at 300.
Check out Rocco's socks. It's Bobby Ray.
Yeah, Rocco's always, well dressed as well. Looking at these numbers, Isaiah Joyner 208, Gregnall 219. Let's just find the strike zone. Mr. Gregnall, captain. We're calling him the captain. He's got the black hat. So what's different here is that Martin ended up wearing a completely different setup. You know, he didn't have.
He did. So
He
is
didn't-
he
I don't know. That's a
the
question.
captain?
He might be. Yeah, he might be the captain.
The captain's captain.
And he might be the senior. He might be like, the assistant captain, Greg
Okay,
Nall, with
okay,
the
yeah.
black hat.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to ask that question later on.
Wow.
But for now, I want to see Greg Nall hit balls in play.
I don't
I know Greg Nall does as well.
Yeah, I don't want to see this captain in a crunch, but it looks like he just put one in play.
Come on, Ryan. I'm now. Isaiah Joyner in the lead at 404.
I like that last ball as well. A little mishit, but we just want to see balls in play.
I mean, Greg Nall definitely, I think, has a number in on ball number 3, which came up as OB.
Yeah, I thought he had that one in. All right.
Once again, if I'm Greg Nall, I'm going to try to line up off the toe. Just like line up off the toe and just hit a draw. Just try to hit draw. Because sometimes I feel like he's jamming himself. But he looks pretty good there.
That
Popped it up. So right now, Isaiah Joyner is in the lead. Isaiah took second place in his first set, so one would put him at 300
by
points
one,
in title
but look
West.
at that swing there. I'm really enjoying watching his swing.
Miss hit from Joyner, but do like the profile of that shot.
Just getting it a little bit too high. Oh.
There you go. We heard a yes from Martin. 223.2. There we go. Come on, Greg. Now just do that a couple more times, for the next 3 sets after this. That ball's ripped. Big ball from Greg Nall.
Here.
I mean, just
as
look at the
well.
ball speed when he hits it in the center of the glove face. 223.2. Greg Nall is going to be one of the faster guys too in these earlier sessions. And for me, he's the type of guy that the harder he swings, the straighter he hits it. So
That's a really great point.
yeah. Greg Nall waiting on his 5th ball, but it looks like that's going to take down the set.
Well, talk about what is your longest drive before this season?
Before the season, I went 417 out here.
What are you looking forward to this event and also this season?
I just want to keep winning. This was my first win of any kind, so just want to keep doing that.
I love that. What are your tips for hitting it long?
Yeah, last year it was all about trying to get faster and faster. I ended up getting over 220 ball speed with this really ugly swing. Don't get obsessed with speed, even though it's really cool for Instagram, but I try not to get obsessed with it and just trying to hit good golf shots out there.
Ryan Gregnall, 438 yards, takes down the set. So he's 1 for 12 right now, but he has 200 points, so he might as well be 12 for 12 with 2 second place
There you
finishes.
go.
But yeah, he needs to reset, and optically it looks like when he goes after it, he's a lot more accurate, honestly. Trying to guide it in there, that's just not his swing.
Yeah.
I like Gregnall, it normally, in and around, low 220s, 225, 226. So taking a peek at Zach Holton right here in slot number 2.
We got a chance to hear from Jeff Schmuck, all the way from Austin.
Yep.
He's familiar with this grid, likes this grid.
All right, so Zach
look at
Holton,
Zach's.
all right, we're gambling right now. 431.5 is the over-under. What are you taking? 431.5.
Under.
I'm taking the over. That ball was ripped. Little cut. I'm going to go 431.5 is the number right now. He hit a cut into a cut wind.
The half was kind of throwing me off a little bit.
I know, it's tough. You know what, to make it interesting, you go 429.5. That's a big difference, those 2 yards. 429.5 might push people to take the over. Zach Holton,
I would
two
take the
balls,
over on that.
Yeah. But not 431.5, you take the under.
Yeah.
That's why they set the lines, I mean, those 2 points, 2 yards mean a lot. 414 and 402. The under's looking good right now. He just needs to hit the. What we're seeing is, from here, the high ball is definitely going farther today.
It is.
There's no doubt.
But there's a difference. If it gets a little too high, we're seeing it not ride as well.
But we have seen balls in 210, 220 in the air going a long way. But you got Bobby Ray, down to his last ball and hits it 89 feet
beautiful.
in the air
Absolutely
at 418.
beautiful.
But he rode down that right side. But if I'm Holton, I'm taking, a page out of the book in Denver. Look at that house that's about 15 yards in on the left side of the grid and just play that little cut.
I like Connor's ball right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one for him. It's definitely going to be his farthest ball.
Connor qualified for the World Championships yesterday as well. Him and I had a bunch of sets together. Hit the ball great.
Part of the Stash team as well.
Mm-hmm. Jeff Schmuck hits a ball right down the middle as well. So he's got a ball in play. Ball number 5 for Schmuck is in at 379. Clint Oliver right now is in second place at 380.
Here on the final balls.
Your under's looking good right now. I want to see Zach hit 180 feet in the air with a 20-yard cut. So 60 feet left to right.
Boom.
All right, Zach Holton's going to take down that set at 414. Still waiting on Connor Sterrett and Jeff Schmuck's last ball. Clint Oliver with his second place.
Wind kind of picking up just a little bit, but straight cross.
Yeah, it's starting to push hard left to right. Just looking at Connor Sterrett. Connor ended up winning the amateur division last year on this grid, so familiar with this grid.
Yep.
Yep. So Zach Holton takes down the set. He'll have 400 points. So Costello and Holton with 2 wins. Wes Patterson and Josh Koch. Well, Koch has not hit yet, but Patterson is at 300.
Yeah, we're about to. Let's be our final. Nope, we've got 2 more groups. No, yeah, last group of set number 2 coming up.
Yep. Dwight Riddle.
Josh Koch, Mike Dobbin, Cameron Workerly.
414. I'm really excited about this gambling stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
It is.
It
kind of makes me want to be back in Atlantic City.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be sitting in the booth and be like, I'm up $27,000 right now.
Well, we bet out there on that grid.
Is it in our contract? Can we gamble? Can we bet on this? That would be a lot of fun, though. You know?
Would be live.
Yeah.
Coming to you live.
It's like I'm down 28 grand, and you know. All right. So right now, we have a very stiff crosswind. The wind is starting to pick up. It is left to right. It is coming directly from the north. This is a west to east grid. Obviously benefits guys like Josh Koch that
it does.
Hits a predominant cut. So Koch is going to throw it down that left side and try to. The old little double cross there from Mr. Koch.
The only thing is sometimes in a wind like this, and I can't feel it, but it can kind of knock the ball down depending on your shot.
Definitely want to be in slot number 1 with this wind and just start it. Like I said, you're looking at Dwight Riddle. If this one stays in play, this one should be okay. But look at the carry numbers right now. They're getting knocked down substantially.
Yeah.
This crosswind is stiff. So yeah, you know, Zach Holton's ball at 414 was a bomb.
It was.
It is. Different conditions now than it was about 15 minutes ago.
Oh, that might be a good one for Josh. If that comes back. Nope. Still looking for a ball on the grid from Josh Koch.
0 for 4. He's on ball number 5. Josh Koch in slot number 2. Cameron Weckerly and Dwight Riddle currently are tied at 375. Mike Dobbin at 367. This ball looks pretty decent from Koch, but it looks like he's another pull.
Huh.
And he has, I mean, his ball speed numbers, he went 216 not too long ago. So Koch is, you know, his speed is there. It's just a matter of just putting a ball in play. I really like Dwight Riddle's swing.
Yeah.
Koch, you just tell he's not too thrilled with his set right here. That one fought down that right side. Don't think that one's going to stay in play.
No. Dwight and Cameron currently tied. They're definitely going to have to make sure
That was a round you
That's
needed to
within-
steal right there. You know, like you said, you got Dobbin, Riddle, and Weckerly. I mean, these 200 points adds up big time. You know, Koch going OB, and none of these guys hit a good ball. You can see the frustration on Mike's face. I mean, that was, you know, these guys, you know, it was a bunch, you know, for them to hit it, you know, 380, 390. So
you really have to take into account something that can kind of mess with your head is when you go after a group that you see hit bombs, right?
Yeah.
You see those big numbers, 426, and then the wind shifts.
Yeah.
And so you have this expectation that you can hit the same thing, but they're getting knocked out of the air, and sometimes that can play a little bit with your mind.
Yeah. Oh, so Dwight Riddle takes down that set. So he is confirmed at 375. Cameron Reckerly drops down to 374. Mike Dobbin, 367. Josh Koch goes OB. So that's a huge win for Dwight Riddle. He's going to have 300 points. He's going to be tied with Wes Patterson. So after 2 sets, Mark Costello, Zach Holton, Wes Patterson, Dwight Riddle, Ryan Gregnall, Isaiah Joyner, Josh Koch are your top 7. And then, you know, there's a bunch of guys at 150, 125. So we got a long ways to go here. Each guy has 3 more sets to go.
This set right here, the third set's going to really kind of put people in the places of whether securing their spot or having to battle it out.
Yeah, Gregnall takes the win here. He'll have 400 points after 3 sets. Right now he's 1 for 12, but he's got 200 points. And that one ball that he did hit was 438 yards. We have an absolute treat joining us here in the booth.
The
man from North Carolina, the 2-time amateur world champion, a man who is getting stronger and stronger as the year goes on, Scotty Pearman. Hattie.
Hey.
What's going
Thanks
on?
for having me.
They say you're supposed to lose speed the older you get, but you're gaining.
Yeah, I'm peaking at the right time, so I like how this is going, headed toward the end of the season. This is when you want to be hitting your best. So.
Without a doubt. You had a great event last week. Last event. How are you building on that?
I'm building on it. I like where my game is at. So right now it's just a matter of hitting the right ball at the right time. And this season I've been a couple of swings away from getting to the finals and hoping to just hit the ball at the right time and move up in the tournament.
Yeah, for sure.
Gregnall's starting to find the strike zone. He struggled. He got 1 ball in it at 435, but now he's at 405. Wind has shifted a little bit. What adjustments do you make, if any, like when you start seeing, because earlier today you guys had a south wind and now this is a north wind. What adjustment would you make on this tee box right now?
Right now, of course, a high ball is the one you want, and I don't have a problem doing that. So if anything, I'm trying to tone it down to try not to get taken away by trying to hit it too high. And so staying within myself and just riding the horse that I brought to the race, what I do best.
I like that.
I feel like you've gotten stronger as the year goes on, and we talked about it. You know, I've done over 1,000 corporate and charity exhibitions. I know the legs are extremely important, and when you start doing all these exhibitions, your body kind of gets accustomed to swinging at it, you know, throwing a BP fastball. What have you done to actually gain speed over the last 3 or 4 events?
So I've done a lot of stuff with my trainer, Dr. Ed, back home in North Carolina. This is the first year I've had someone helping me with taking care of my body. So I've learned what works for me. Then the years past, it was a guess. So I thought hitting a lot more balls back in the day was the ticket, but now I'm older than most of these guys, by 10 years, some of them. So recovery for me is just as important as hitting balls.
Yeah,
for sure.
Gregnall 430. He's starting to get locked in. And last year it was kind of funny. He hit 2 out of 30 balls in play, and he made it into the round of whatever it was, 32 or 16, and then he just went light. He went unconscious. He goes 6 for 6, and today George Hegarty was the fourth guy in the history of the sport to hit 6 balls
all over
400 yards.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That was impressive.
It is.
We've seen, like Gregnall took a OB set, then comes back, wins a set. I know you've been in similar positions before.
Sure.
How do you switch up having, an excellent feeling and then kind of going down? How do you regulate all those emotions?
You got to try to lean into it one way or another. It's fight or flight. So some guys buckle and do things they shouldn't try to do, and then some people, it's a fight method. So they come out swinging out of the gate, punching, and that's my method. Just come out going at it.
Yeah, we say it a lot. I mean, we get repetitive when we do this for 8 hours, but you're a guy that could care less who you're on the tee box with.
Sure.
It's a game within a game for you, and I mean, you've beaten the best in the world, and you know how to win. How much has it helped you winning 2 amateur world championships, going up against the best hitters on the planet?
It was good, and also there's positive and negative to it, because I had such early success that, you know, I won so much early that I thought this is the way it is. Like, this winning is fun. Let's do this more.
Yeah.
But it's not always like that. You know, you lose more than you win, and learning how to lose and come back from it's been the most important part for me, for sure.
That was my poker mentality. Those laptops got really expensive after breaking them,
Yes.
you know, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to lose probably 9 out of 10 times in tournaments, but it's what you do on that 10th tournament that you win or whatever.
Yeah. Sure, it's worth it.
It's a game of odds, and, you know, obviously you guys having 11 events this year, season goes and ebbs and flows, but right now, like I said, you and Sean Johnson are getting stronger and stronger as the season goes on. And like you said, if you want to peak, now's the time to peak.
Yeah, turning up the heat right now. What approach do you take for head-to-heads versus round robins? Because you were flipping some clubs last event.
Yeah, I really just try to, in round robins, you're going through, I hate to say it, for lack of better terms, going through the motions. You're up there competing.
Marathon.
Marathon of sprints. But at the same time, when you're doing the matchup, it's a sprint, and you have to lean into what you do best. And yes, you're head-to-head, but you're more or less competing against yourself.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I'm my own worst enemy, and a lot of times I get beat by myself going out of bounds. So I've been trying to put more balls in play and just take my chances.
Well said. And, you know, we always comment on your purple for preemies. Can you tell just everyone that's watching and the fans a little bit about your mission and your heart for why you always wear purple?
Sure. So I know you guys have done a great job of mentioning him on the broadcast. Xander, my son, who is 5, sitting at home watching right now. So
what's up, Xander?
Hope you're behaving and listening to Papa and Cece. So he was born over 3 months early and weighed 1 pound 9 ounces.
Wow.
We spent 105 days in the hospital. He came home. He actually beat his due date home by 1 day. Survived against all odds. You know, if there ever was a miracle, he is it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's he's my pride and joy, along with Caitlin. You know, she's my golfer girl. But Xander, you know, when he started doing long drive, I said I wanted to try to do something to raise awareness for this cause that maybe not a lot of people knew about. But I guarantee you that somebody you know right now has either gone through what we've gone through or knows somebody who has. So if anybody needs any help with that, please reach out to me. We'll try to help out any way we can or get you directed to the right people.
Well, we appreciate you using your platform to raise awareness. I know every time Xander smiles, it's just a reminder of the miracle that he is.
For sure. For sure. It brings me so much joy. It's more than life. We were meant for more than just long drive. We're people. So, you know, we're here for a bigger
being
cause.
a dad's the best.
Big time. Big time. I love it.
Zach Colton takes down the set at 400 yards.
Zach Colton is a beast, by the way.
He is.
I'm telling you.
That's a big drive right now. 400 yards is a bomb. Like we were doing over-unders because we are bringing gambling back. So this is really the first time that we're going to, and we're looking forward to that. But yeah, we just had a set not too long ago. We went to 431 and a half down to 429, and then the wind just goes
right
this way. So right now, 400 to poke.
It is.
It's seen a big difference.
What a beautiful place. I love coming to Utah. This is one of my favorite events. The people here are so great. The scenery, the background, the grid, everything sets up well. I couldn't be happier to be back.
What do you do when you're not on the grid?
You know what? Being a dad, sometimes the best time is to be away and kind of just go chill out at the hotel and do nothing. So
I'm sure.
Yeah, for me, we're on the road a bunch.
Yes.
And he started school yesterday, but for me, he had 40 days of summer camp, and I probably kept him at the house for 20 days just so I can hang out with him.
Sure.
He's a part of all the business meetings and stuff. You know, it's
CEO.
sit there.
I mean, he's got to be there.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it is. It's the thing is when I have time to myself, I'm like, I'm bored, and it could be for 10 minutes. You know, I was like, what am I gonna do?
This nap was nice. Okay,
let me go make 14 memes, and I'll post them over the next 3 weeks.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He starts kindergarten this Wednesday, so.
It's cool, and he went back yesterday, a little man, and And we were talking about smiley faces, and that was something that we always like. You get a smiley face. First thing I asked him every single time, and then sometimes I would just sit there and wait. He's like, "Are you gonna ask me, Dad?" I was like, "Did you get a smiley face?" He's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "All right, cool."
Super cool.
He only asks when he gets a smiley.
Yeah, exactly. There's a reason.
Who have you been impressed with their progression this season so far?
I like, not to not miss anybody, but Sean, like you said, his game is so diverse now too.
It
used to
is.
be a low cut, running cut.
Yep.
Now he's turning it over, hitting some draws, and with his speed, it's dangerous.
He made a huge change this week. He went to a trucker hat.
Yeah, the visor. I don't know. I always love seeing the visor. So I told him, I was like, I'm gonna get you an Arrow visor.
There
Would
you
you
go.
wear it? So we're working on that.
Okay, I like that. I like the trucker hat though.
The trucker hat works.
Right now, Koch is at 386. The weather, or the wind has changed. The weather hasn't changed much. It's been beautiful all day. Like you see, those clouds that you see in the background are practically the only clouds in the sky. So it's a clear day out here in Utah. Balls are flying a long way. Justin James, the longest drive so far, 459 yards. But we saw in the first 3 sets, guys going 445 up to 459 yards.
We may run out of grid tomorrow.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they were talking about balls going OB right at 460. And, I mean, we haven't even had a due west wind, which would be straight downwind, because there's no doubt in my mind that 460 is in play.
For sure.
So JJ was there earlier, and him and Seb Twiddell ended up going 1-2 at 900 points. And Seb finally found another year that last set.
Oh, man.
As far as club speed, and you got some crazy recoil from him, but
snapped the
shaft. Yeah, I saw that.
And I know you practice a lot, and you see Kyle, and you've seen Kyle, rehab over the last couple weeks, but he looked really impressive today.
He looked in control.
He did.
There was no recoils in that swing, and he just kind of sat at 225, 226, 227. So they'll be dangerous tomorrow as well.
Well, thanks so much for joining us in the booth and sharing your story, and looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, bring the energy.
I'm bringing it all tomorrow. You wait and see.
Don't miss a World Long Drive on Golf Channel August 28th at 8 p.m.
The world's longest drivers will go head-to-head until a champion is crowned.
Kingsport, Tennessee is home to the first major tour event of the year.
Want to see us live? Tickets are available now. We'll see you in Tennessee.
Always great to hear about why these guys play. It's always bigger, like he said, it's bigger than the game. And Scotty Pierman definitely embodies that. I mean, we talk a lot about Martin and everything that he does. Maurice Allen's another one growing the game, really helping bring diversity to the sport of golf and long drive. And I think about the ladies as well. They're all.
I mean, mentioned the page a couple times, but I can tell you the 96% of the followers on my page are guys, and they love watching the girls get after it. I mean, it's really cool, especially in slow motion, like, just the angles that everybody creates. But it's the couple videos that we put up in Connecticut were awesome. Like Monica Living's, that swing was sick. Just like her tempo was so dialed in, and you get no reaction out of her, and hers was just a little woo. She's like, which is, I mean, essentially like when Maurice, like when he was dialed in here in slot number 4.
Giving all the energy.
Yeah.
To your point earlier, how you said, you've done over thousands and thousands of charity events. I think as a total, long drivers have raised billions of dollars.
I mean, you're looking in the tens of millions. I mean, tens and tens of millions of dollars. And back in the day, there's a lot of corporate outings that these guys would do. I mean, all over the world to promote the sport of long drive, and starting to do these charity events. For me back in 2009. Yeah, I mean, it's a business where you're seeing a lot of on-course fundraisers. I mean, there isn't a tournament you go to now where you don't see like a golf ball launcher. Or you got the other, you got the ladies on the par 3. And funny enough, like when I saw Cassandra Meyer for the first time, I'm like, if she is polished and she looks the part, acts the part, plays the part, gives a good speech, like who's not going to not donate, whatever,
Right.
raise the money, Make-A-Wish, whatever it may be. And, so, on-course fundraising is a big business. And, there's a lot of guys that are here today that go out and they do this, they do it for a living. That's how they put food on their plate. And it is a fun business, and you get to meet a lot of people. And it was cool, like when, Kyle and I went to the DJ Khaled event, he was raising money for We the Best Foundation, but to see, Justine from World Lawn Drive and Tyson there and seeing Kyle and I in our element, it was really cool. They're like, yes, they're celebrities, but like we've been doing this for like 15 years. Like
we
I
know
see
how
these
to
guys.
do it.
We know all these guys. I didn't know all of like the rappers and those types of artists just because they don't really play. I haven't seen them at golf tournaments, but like
there was not a lot of golf played.
Yeah. So well, DJ Khaled, bringing out all his friends, like that was cool. But then at the end of the day, he brought like half the field was a bunch of professional athletes that you knew all of them and it was just cool. It's like, I fit for those guys a bunch.
It's a small world.
But yeah, say looking at Mike Dobbin right now. I mean, he does 100 exhibitions a year.
Without a doubt.
He has some fun.
Mark Costello taking that one at 404, which is, like we said, a great number right now.
Yeah, that's a bomb. Dobbin, 387 on the first ball. Let's see where that puts Mike. That'll put him at 250 after 3 sets. It's good. A win from Dobbin in the second place. He'll have 550. So Mike's still looking good here. After 3 sets, we got Costello, he's in, Holton's in, Gregnall's at 400, Koch, Patterson, and Dwight Riddle at 400. And then you got Isaiah Joyner, Mike Dobbin at 250, rounding out the top 8 right now with 2 more sets to go.
As we spoke, that third set means a lot of how you're going to navigate these last 2 sets. And Mark Costello's looking good, Zach Holton looking good, Gregnall looking good, as well as Koch. Those 4 pretty much in.
Yep. Yeah, it's like Zach Holton. It says hometown, Birmingham, Alabama. Every time I think of
Patterson as well, though.
Yeah.
Every time you think of Birmingham.
Oh, Dr. Andrews.
Yes. Did you see him?
Oh, too many times.
Man, my brother saw him.
I have his signature all over me,
Yeah. Well,
that's not a guy you want to know.
No.
It's not.
He's well known.
He's well known. Yeah, you don't want to know him.
I always think about, I know that I say this a lot, Saul's barbecue, because that white barbecue sauce is phenomenal. Those wings, something else.
Yesterday we ate at a sushi place that had a high rating, and it was the best, rice and chicken or whatever. I can't. Fried rice bowl, and then they had sauce on the shrimp. The tempura was unbelievable.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, I guess they call it their yum yum sauce, whatever. It was really good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a video 3x here, 3xer on slow-mo on
the Holton.
Mr. Holton here. Make some changes.
Hulk Holton.
I like that one. I like it. He's got to grow out the playoff mustache. He's got to do the handlebar mustache. Hulk Holton. I love it. That is a good one. That might be a nickname because we definitely picked up some nicknames this year.
We have.
Monica, I'm not leaving living.
I love that one.
And then you got Pow Pow.
There you go.
Gabby
Always
Powell.
find a way.
Yeah.
Isaiah Joyner looking good.
That's a good one to Holton. Isaiah Joyner currently in the lead at 396. As I say that, 398 now takes the lead. 400 is a great ball right now. I'm loving the profile of Isaiah Joyner's golf ball. 207, 172 in the air. Little tight draw.
He's more consistent with it as well.
But yeah, say a draw, not get knocked down by that crosswind. So right now you got to hit the ball straight, or a little bit of a cut. So this is actually a disadvantage for Zach Holton. I mean, because he hits a cut, so he doesn't have that much room for error right now here in slot number 4. Slot number 5 or 1, he can take up a ton of room.
He can, but he's figuring it out. Boom.
Dobbin going back to back.
Oh man, yeah.
So this is a big ball here for Mike Dobbin. Dobbin's longest drive so far is 409. If he just hits, I want to see like a 207, 208 ball, like that straight that just moves just a little bit right in that wind. Because he's in the slot, slipped a little bit. Club speed's there for Mikey too.
Without a doubt.
Looks like Zach Holton's going to take down the set at 398, so Holton with 4 straight wins.
And As I said, he's pretty much secured already, but
yeah. 800 points, he might get in. It's going to be
definitely
close.
in now. Definitely in now, without a doubt. We'll be back after this.
Looking to compete on the World Long Drive Tour for the largest prize purses in World Long Drive history? Pro and amateur members can compete in their respective divisions all summer long as World Long Drive kicks off their 2023 tour. Visit worldlongdrive.com to become a member and view all the registration dates for upcoming tour events.
And we're back.
And take
Zach
a
Colton.
look at the live broadcast here.
Zach Colton securing his spot for tomorrow. As we talk about tomorrow, here's our schedule. We're starting 9 a.m. with the seniors. 10:30 a.m. They'll be doing their match play, and we'll see their finals. Who's going to take home another championship?
So look at this. You said looking at Mitch. Mitch has done 1,200 events, 4.5 million in charity. It's cool. I mean, really, looking at some of these, you got Aaron Hoffman. Aaron, it's just, you talk about a character. He is the smart. Aaron, are you the smartest dumb guy or the dumbest smart guy in long drive? I don't know. He's going to have to tell me. We talked about that before. Really fun to have him in the booth as well, because Hoffman, he's just a hilarious, and he had a crazy surgery. He had a surgery like this year where there was something inside his chest that broke off because he swings 400 miles per hour. But Hoffman is hilarious. But look at it, and we got Bry Roberts in the booth.
Bry. He sat in the booth in Canada.
And you know what? We talk about world number ones. I would say, TJ Allison, you are world number one in the comment section this year. You're in the lead by far, and it's not even close. So thank you for all of your help. Chelsea Odom has entered the chat room as well.
Getting married soon, but right now we've got Josh Jackson in the booth with us.
How y'all doing?
Thanks for joining us again.
Yeah. Good to see you all again.
421 to 417. We said whoever hits hits the first ball in is probably going to win, and you both hit the first one in. But for me, I mentioned like your left to right. I was like, if you can just tighten it up a little left to right, you're going to put up a big number. And you were putting up some nice speeds too, good club speed and good ball speed. But you're off to round of 32. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. That was the third playoff of the year. So I'm like,
what's your record?
Done that?
I'm not taking another L. No, not in a playoff. So
what's the playoff record?
Well, it's what, 1-2 now. So we're in good shape.
Okay.
So yeah. But no, I'm glad to get through. Had to match up, some better cuts in there, but I think that's going to be the ball flight for the rest of the time. So yeah, it's I'm glad to get through and try to get a little bit deeper. So
wind shifted a little bit to where that 400's a poke right now. Greg Nault finally, he's figured it out. He finally found the strike zone.
Awesome, yeah.
He was one for his first 12, and now he's starting to settle in, and he's got, how many points does he have? He's got 400, so a win right now would put him at 600, which would be safely in.
Josh, tell us a little bit about the changes that you've made we've been talking to people, and they've just been sharing the little changes they've made as we prepare for TV and Worlds.
Yeah.
What are some tools you're putting in your bag?
I'm just trying to make sure I'm sequencing properly.
That's great, yeah.
I had a little bit of adrenaline running. This, I usually don't have that much adrenaline running, but I had adrenaline running for sure, like this round.
Yeah.
And looking at the numbers, looking back, I'm like, all right, I usually don't touch 155 that easily. So as far as club speed, so I was just literally just trying to slow down, make sure I'm sequencing properly, because I know a couple of them I just kept pulling to the left, just because I was getting too quick. I wasn't, everything was just moving perfectly.
Because when you're trying to go fast, your first move, you're going to pull when you set at the top, or if you even set at the top, you're pulling so hard left. So if you're doing that, you're going to have those big left to right. So that's what we talked about, is can he just get his hands set where he's not pulling 4 or 5 degrees left.
Second base.
Yep.
Yeah, so just sequencing out a little bit better and making sure that, my technique is on point, because the speed at this point in the season is not really too much of an issue. But I just got to make sure I'm squaring up everything and playing the proper ball flight with this grid
Yeah.
You said you're making your first World Championship appearance. I mean, you talked about it last time, but you excited? You ready to go?
Oh yeah. No, I played a lot of college golf down in Atlanta, so to go down there and actually be able to hit the driver the way that I'm doing it, I can't wait to have some fun down there. So
you have a lot of people that are come out support that you know.
Yeah, definitely. Even some people are they're gonna travel from around to come check it out. So,
nice.
Yeah, I'm just trying to clean up everything and get ready to have some fun.
It'll be fun. Atlanta's going to be great. Make sure if you're in Atlanta, anywhere around Atlanta, we were just talking about Birmingham. That's what, 2-hour drive.
Yeah. I say I hate that place because I was always at Dr. Andrews.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's the guy you don't want to know personally.
Yeah. No, that's hilarious.
Yeah, no, it sucked. the one year I was rehabbing with Triple H. Though I had Tommy John, and I'm sitting there and I'm talking with Triple H. He's in WWE. That might have been, it was a WWF then, Superstar.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool sitting with him, and he's just like, stay the course, work hard, like eat right, sleep well. Like completely different persona, like in person, like than he is on television. Obviously, it might be slightly scripted, but those guys are unbelievable athletes, by the way.
Oh, without
a doubt. Like watching Logan Paul a couple days ago, I'm like, this dude's flying all over the ring. I mean, those guys are sick athletes.
Yeah. No, they're doing it for sure.
Yeah, for sure. The moral of the story is don't go to Birmingham to go see Dr. Andrews,
Go to eat.
Go hang out with Zach Holton.
The food there is crazy good. Yeah.
What, we were asking, Scotty Pierman about what he does when he's not on the grid. What are you doing? One, what's a hobby outside of this? And then two, what are you doing when you're not on the grid at an event?
Hobby outside of this right now, I don't know.
Hang out with a kid.
Golf for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, of course,
family.
Me and the family for sure. I don't consider that too much of a hobby. I mean, that's not a hobby. But but I mean, like playing golf and stuff. It's not a hobby that much anymore. I mean, I'm on the. I'll be. In November, once we get done with the season, I'll definitely be doing the indoor league with TrackMan.
Okay.
So I made the top 100 last year.
Nice.
And I'm trying to win some events this upcoming year for sure. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, what I do, like if I'm going all over the place like you saw today, I try to get into golf mode.
Yeah, slow it down.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday, granted, I'm swinging significantly slower than 99.9% of the guys that are in this tournament today.
Yeah.
But for me, it was just like that takeaway is everything. Just trying to sequence, get the sequencing right, and then just get your hands set. And then once you get your hands set and you're in control, then you can guide your hands to where you kind of want to, hit the golf ball. Yeah. And
No, for me, like if I can feel the set in a certain spot, I know I'm like, all right, it's on.
Yep.
But like, this takeaway, I don't usually. I mean, I've done it so much, I don't think too much about it. But
what's your feel?
For me, I always want to keep the club out in front, like sort of out in front. Like I know, I love Justin James' swing. So like he's somebody I try to model.
Yeah.
My
you're very
swing after.
vertical with your takeaway, and then you really use your legs. I mean, you really use your legs.
So I've comboed a lot of the guys' swings out here just so that way
take a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I take a little bit of everything. I mean, why not?
Call that a gumbo swing.
These are the best. Or the fastest people in the world, best ball strikers you possibly can see, right in the face. So why not? Take what you can from everybody that you see.
Without a doubt, but you're going to Worlds. I think you have to also remind yourself that you're one of the best guys in the world.
Oh yeah, no, for sure,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm, this is all good for my journey and stuff. All I'm trying to do is I'm chasing wins, of course, but I'm chasing improvement more than anything. That's why I always, I was talking to a few guys yesterday, just chase improvement and then go from there. Everything else should take care of itself if you continually improve. So that's what I'm always, looking for.
Costello and Holton, 4 wins. Costello's in at 800. Zach Holton's in at 800. They haven't hit yet. Gregnall goes OB on the first set, has 3 straight wins. Dwight Riddle is at 500, so I would say he's safe to be in. Wes Patterson and Josh Koch, they need 500 points. But there's going to be a logjam. There's a lot of hitters at 275 down to 200, and you still have Rocco Gondek and Clint Oliver that still have to hit. If they win, they would have over 300 or 325. So big set here for these boys. Patterson gets a win, he'll be in. He'll have 600. Koch here in slot number 4, world number 4, in slot number 4. Josh Koch wearing the same outfit as 5 other gentlemen.
Yeah, did you not get the notice?
Yeah, I mean, I think they sent an email out and
Yeah.
didn't catch that
You didn't
one.
order. You didn't make the order in
I
time?
saw a lot of orange today. No, they all look good though. I like the shirts and everything. So, yeah.
Winds died down a little bit. It's not as strong coming from the north right now. Patterson at 401. I think that, you look at Costello with a 414 ball. It's there now. You can even feel it in the booth.
Little breeze.
It got a little more toasty in the booth here in the last couple minutes.
Without a doubt. We've been asking what are walkout songs, especially as we get back into the realm of TV rounds. What would be your walkout song?
Oh, I don't know right now.
You don't know?
Probably some Travis Scott right now.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Which one?
The new song he has with Drake. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Get out of here. That's not the walkout song, man. You don't even know it.
I can figure it out though. I pulled up my Spotify real quick, but yeah.
All right, Koch is struggling a little bit here in slot number 4. He does have an OB set. He's got 2 wins, and potentially this could be 2 OB sets. Just needs to put a ball in play right here. It looks like his misses are left. So the good news is he's missing. He's missing left, so it's a one-way miss. It's not a two-way miss. But he doesn't look like he likes this last ball. Putting himself in a tough little spot here. He'll still have 400 points if this ball doesn't stay in play.
Regardless, there's one thing that he can do, and that's always bounce back. We still have another set. But Josh Jackson, thank you so much for being in the booth with us again.
Yeah, it's
always an honor. Good luck tomorrow.
Yep,
and we'll be back right after this.
Good. All right, have a good one.
Looking to compete on the World Long Drive Tour for the largest prize purses in World Long Drive history? Pro and amateur members can compete in their respective divisions all summer long as World Long Drive kicks off their 2023 tour. Visit worldlongdrive.com to become a member and view all the registration dates for upcoming tour events.
What a soothing voice that is there.
Yep, did that in the comforts of my bedroom with the door closed, and I told my son to be quiet.
And CEO running around in the background, breaking lamps.
The old house, he could just get after it. I could throw baseballs in there, basketballs. It didn't matter. The new house is there's not as much room. Yeah, we got to go outside, or we'll just sit inside or in the garage. So big set here for Mike Dobbin. Wins.
It is.
He will have 475 points. He is currently in 8th place as of right now. So Dobbin and Jeff Schmuck are tied.
So in right now, Mark Costello, Zach Holton, Ryan Gregnall, Wes Patterson, Dwight Riddle.
They're in. Koch takes second place. He's in. Isaiah Joyner wins. He's in. Mike Dobbin wins. He would be, the worst case scenario is if Dobbin wins, he would be in a playoff, and that would make Jeff Schmuck have to win. So right now, Dobbin's at 359. Mike Michigan's at 364. Avery Whistler.
These are always, these get me nervous because there's always someone that could play a spoiler.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at ball speed numbers right now and then club speed. I mean, Dobbin is significantly quicker right now on the tee box. So for him, just throw a strike. He's got 19 World Championship appearances. He is the 2007 World Champion. Mikey just needs to hit one in play right here to center punch one, put up a 385, 390 ball. Dobbin at 397. There we go. Based off conditions right now, I think that's going to be good. I mean, because really at the end of the day, he's significantly quicker.
Yeah.
So Dobbin looking good here at 397.
Oh, yeah, he's laughing and smiling. That really eases and frees him.
You know what's crazy is that he hit that ball so low, but, that's telling you something. That ground is really hard. That was very similar profile shot to what Bobby Ray hit.
Yep.
It wasn't very high. It was 80, 90 feet in the air, and Dobbin hits a miss hit 397. I guess technically it wasn't a miss hit because it went 397, but I can guarantee you he doesn't want to hit it 70 feet 70 feet in the air. Maybe he does. maybe
that was the game plan.
Maybe just mix it up and just hit like a negative
Plot
1
twist.
degree driver.
A putter.
Yeah.
Speaking of, it's been so much fun to watch Martin hit putters. I mean, I think we all kind of do that at the events that we hit, and he's out there sending that putter. What?
He's probably getting close to 300
yards.
Yeah, he's hitting at 300.
Yeah, 300 yards.
Dobbin with the win. I'm going to say that's going to put him in. I mean, granted, mathematically, there could potentially be a tie. Jeff Schmuck is going to go up against Dwight Riddle, Wes Patterson, and Isaiah Joyner.
It's a big group.
That's a tough group right there.
But only takes one ball.
I would
Never
say
know.
Josh Koch is probably in. I think 400 is going to get in. 475's in.
Yeah.
Dobbin's in. Because I just don't think mathematically, if Schmuck won, he would be at 275, but Isaiah Joyner would be at 450. So, yeah, Dobbin's in at 475. We're going to see right now with this update. Yep, he's in. Mike Dobbin is going to make it into the round of 32.
So, currently on the bubble
is Isaiah Joyner.
And Jeff Schmuck.
But, yeah, Isaiah's got to hit a ball and play. Mathematically, Kyle Richter can still get in. Rocco Gondak could get in. I mean, everybody right now can still get in. There is a mathematical chance they are not eliminated. There's only one guy eliminated as of right now.
And they're off.
So Connor wins. He would have 425. He would jump Koch and Isaiah Joyner. Rocco Gondak would be at 375.
And Connor's been consistent. He puts a lot of balls in play.
Kyle Richter would have 400 points. He would be tied with Koch. And he's got a number on the board as of right now. Kyle Richter, 377.
Waiting for Connor's ball. I believe his first one was in as well.
Yep.
Rocco's ball fighting to come back in. Ooh.
So if Connor Starrett wins the set, he would have 425. Kyle Richter would be, at 400. So everybody's got a number on the board. I love Rocco.
Yeah, that was not a Rocco swing right there.
Yeah.
Kyle trying to keep the ball in play.
He's got he's got
the lead.
Yeah, he's got good club speed too. Those 209 ball miss hit for Kyle Richter. I believe he got in to the World Championships. He might have gotten in the first Mesquite. He got in Mesquite for sure. Just don't know if it was the qualifier, stage 2 qualifier, first or second. But he is going to be at the World Championships. And like I said, I like these numbers that he's putting up. 209, just off a little bit.
Yeah, just needs to swing it out just a little bit more out towards the right.
Yep. Connor Starrett, if he does, win this set, he doesn't like it. You can see the frustration.
I'd love to see on this one Kyle to set his hands at the top for just wait a half a second.
Sometimes when you're hitting those big hooks, like either you're too close to the golf ball or the ball's too far in your stance, so that face is shutting, shutting down and that toes closing. Because you can tell just based off of he's not really necessarily mishitting these golf balls.
No.
Because he's putting up good ball speed numbers. But Kyle Richter looks like he's going to take down this set. Oh, Cameron Markley. No, that one's going out right.
All right, there you have it.
So Kyle Richter is going to have 400 points. He'll be tied with Josh Koch, which will put Isaiah Joyner on the outside looking in. Isaiah Joyner needs to put a ball in play, but the story will be told here in this next set. Jeff Schmuck, Dwight Riddle, Wes Patterson, and Isaiah Joyner are going to hit.
Yeah, this is going to be a big set right here. Looking at the guys.
Riddle, Patterson's in. Isaiah Joyner could take.
Isaiah needs to hit.
Schmuck has to win.
Isaiah
Schmuck
needs
has
to be
to win.
second or better.
Yeah, Schmuck needs to win. Isaiah Joyner. I mean, the second would put him at 450. I think he'd be safe there too. So Yep.
Yeah, second or better.
Yeah, second or better, he's in. So right now, Kyle Richter is on the bubble. So he's going to need some help. You know, if Isaiah Joyner takes 30, would be at 400 points. Koch just needs to hit a ball and play then, if that's the case.
Yep.
Koch won't be hitting until the next group. But right now, Jeff Schmuck, Dwight Riddle, Wes Patterson, and Isaiah Joyner on the tee box.
So Isaiah painting his future right now.
Jeff Schmuck wins, he would have 475 points, which would put him in as well, since Mike Dobbin is in at 475.
And his furthest ball of the day so far, 388.
All right, we got Isaiah Joyner here in slot number 4, needing to put balls in play.
Isaiah's first ball in play, which is huge.
Riddle can move it. He really can. 208.6.
And he's already in. Looking for Isaiah's first ball. Wes Patterson. I'm excited to see what numbers he's going to put up since he's already in. You know, he's going to be swinging at it. I like that ball right there.
Yeah, it's a nice ball.
209.
Yeah, 180 in the air, a little turnover action. Now, I like that. Look at the carry distance, 387 from Wes. That could be a 400-yard drive right now. Still ripping. You know, yeah, that wind is starting to pick up again left to right. So that's a big ball.
Knocking it down just a little bit.
393 is a big ball. I do like the profile Isaiah Joyner's ball right here. It's a little left to right. I don't know if that one's going to stay in play or not, but if it is, that's going to be a good number.
I think he has at least 2 balls in.
Yeah, I don't think the last ball that we just saw was ball number 3. So Joyner's at 361. If he does take a third place,
that first
like we
ball
said,
is in.
I think Isaiah Joyner's third ball is good. It's going to be significantly farther than 361. And
yeah, and the first one as well. The first one was hit really well, hung on that side. Ball caller said that one's in. Ooh, Wes Patterson.
Yeah, I like that shot. From us, I was a miss hit. 201
was a miss
though.
hit, but
I
it
like
was a
the
good
profile
shot,
though.
Yeah.
Well, we just saw
Jeff
Mike
Schmuck.
Dobbin. Oh, look at Schmuck going there.
Tying it up.
So if Schmuck tied, that would put him at 425 points at West if they're at the same number as of right now. So they would chop up 200 points, which would put Kyle Richter out. Well, he would be tied with Josh Koch, so Koch would just have to hit a ball and play. Isaiah Joyner is on the outside looking in.
He is. That was a big ball that he just hit. I think that's going to leak a little bit out.
So Joyner is now on the bubble. Like he has to take third or better in order to have a chance here.
Still don't have his first ball.
Yeah.
Some balls still out there to be picked up. We've got a tie as of now. Obviously, it's not underlined yet, so it's not confirmed.
So if Wes Patterson and Jeff Schmuck tie, they're going to chop up 300 points. So Jeff Schmuck would have 150, which would put him at 425, which would put Koch and Richter on the bubble. Isaiah Joyner would take 4, so he would have 375 points, so he would be out. So right now it just comes down to is Josh Koch going to hit a ball and play? Because if Koch hits a ball and play, it's over. Which now makes Jeff Schmuck's in at 425. Yep. We're waiting on Jeff Schmuck. Big difference. This is huge here because if this is 392,
right,
this will only be 100 points. So it'll put him at 375. So he would be out. So which would mean Josh Koch would be in without even hitting at 400 points. So this is a big. So if Schmuck, I mean, obviously he would like the tie.
All right, we got the tie.
Yeah,
we got the tie.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Yep. Jeff Schmuck's in 425. So
He's
now
in.
Koch, all he has to do is hit a ball and play. If not, he will go up against Kyle Richter. So Koch has got 2 wins and 2 OB sets. And he's had one-way miss, which is, you know, honestly, that's not a bad thing. So like,
and he's in the 4th slot.
So if you're lost, that's when you start hitting left and right. And you start doing Army golf left and right. But right now, Koch is just missing left. So gonna probably make a little bit of adjustment.
Between, I would say if Ryan hits one in, and it's the furthest, they could assume that it was Josh.
They are wearing the same outfits.
So longest ball here gets the captain's hat.
All right, we're going to take a peek at Josh Koch. He literally just needs to put a ball in play. And sometimes that's the hardest thing to do when you know that all you have to do is hit one ball in. I'd like to see him just swing here. Just get after it. Swing hard. Or whatever, like a final 8 swing.
Yep.
And you can just see, like, right there.
Something just cracked. His club cracked. You could hear it in when he hit it. So he's switching clubs here.
And you can see Koch is at the top, just pausing just a little bit at the top. Like you said, guiding it just a little bit. Just he hit a ball and play. He's in. So Koch is going to make it.
But that shows you that definitely something happened, either with the ball or with the club.
So the field is set. Koch just needed to hit a ball in at 270 yards or more, which he went 333.
There you
have it. So Costello, Zach Colton, Wes Patterson, Ryan Gregnall, Dwight Riddle, Mike Dobbin, Jeff Schmuck, and Josh Koch are going to round out the final 32.
They will. And make sure you tune in tomorrow, 9 a.m. We start the senior division.
Yep.
We'll be crowning a champion somewhere around 11 a.m. And then 12 o'clock, we start with a round of 32. Go from there at 3 o'clock, match play, all the way down to finals.
Action-packed. Zach Holton with a 423 ball. I said, Koch, the good thing is he's in. He's going to regroup here and, get ready for tomorrow. You say it all the time about Josh Koch. He gets better late, and when he does get hot, he is lethal. So,
without a doubt.
But he's a pro's pro. And the best thing about these guys that are the best, like you said, Koch is world number 4.
Right.
He's going to forget about today.
Without a doubt. And everyone has a day like today.
Yep.
We talked about Sam Judah last event. Sometimes it's a day, sometimes it's an event, but they persevere through it because they are professional athletes.
Yeah.
Costello, 407.
Yeah, Costello's look good all day. And I said, as expected, these guys, Holton and Costello, they hit kind of the same ball flight. They're very similar hitters.
They are.
And I just love seeing Costello hitting balls and play early. Zach Holton, you don't need to worry about. Zach is.
Ryan likes that last one.
221.6 from Gregnall.
403 carry right there, but we've had an eventful day. It was great seeing, we had Campbell, who new into the top 32.
Campbell, he hit a lot of balls in play. He looked really good. And I said Martin Borgmeyer, world number 1, came out, hit a 446-yard drive to start off the day.
Justin James,
JJ,
putting up the longest ball of the day.
The story was Kyle coming back, after having an event off, and he hit 4 sets and didn't even end his last one, and just
hit a nugget. Well, make sure you tune in tomorrow. We'll be back at 9 a.m. Like I said, 9 a.m. Mountain Time. Elon giving us all the details here on the side.
This guy's a superstar. He's going to win an award. I don't know what the award is that he's going to win it, but as the late, great Dick Sanford always said, good night, God bless. Drive home safely. Have a great Friday night. We will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Mountain Time.